Yo, yo, yo. Welcome on to another edition of the Double Touch Show. KR,
Yes, tell me.
I got a good one for you. Before we start talking about the main topics, we need to jump into the usual Reddit segment.
Don't tell me this time.
Well, favorite sun drama.
Sun drama?
Sun drama. Yeah,
Okay.
not the sun, but you know what I'm talking about? Sun
Yeah,
drama.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So,
Drama for your mama, son.
yeah. So I'm a father of 52. So I'm not 52 kids. I have I'm 52 years old.
I would
Uh,
have guessed the latter, but you never know. You never know. Some people
yeah.
out here shooting clubs like fresh.
Yes, yes. We're gonna talk about that in a bit. But yeah, so this is the story, and I quote: I have two sons, one of 36 and one of 17. My youngest is a senior in high school, and my oldest is a dentist. When my youngest was 5, I had just got a promotion and was making more money than I ever had before. My wife and I decided to start saving up for a college fund for our youngest because we weren't able to do it for our oldest. Since February, since early February, our youngest has been starting to get acceptance letters, and so far he has gotten two. He was so excited, and we were all happy for him. As for now, he's still undecided on what he wants to do and where he wants to go. He told me that it's either something dealing with the medical field or him becoming a lawyer. Our son received his second acceptance letter last week and he was overjoyed. And so was my wife and I. And my wife decided that now would be a perfect time to tell our son of the college fund. And I agreed. So no one knew at that point.
Mm.
When we informed him, he was surprised at how much it was and asked us if we were serious. KR, in a negotiation, you say, I'm gonna pay you $5,000 a month, and someone asks you, "Are you serious?" You'll be like, "Damn, it's too much." But okay, I should have told them three.
It's crazy. I had it happening to me, but that's less.
Yeah. Okay. So when we informed him, we informed him that we were serious, and we doubt it would cover all of his expenses, but it would definitely help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We encouraged him to try and get a job so he could also put money in there as well. He agreed with us and told us that he'll start looking for one and that he appreciates what we did for him.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing him smile from ear to ear was the best thing in the world. We were happy to see our son happy and made us even happier when he was thrilled to tell his brother, his oldest brother of almost 20 years older. So he's almost 20 years older than him,
Mm-hmm.
about him getting another acceptance letter. My oldest son called me not long after the conversation with his brother,
Oh.
and I could tell that he was crying. Uh, where am I? He asked me if I was alone and if his brother was near, and I told him that I was alone and that he wasn't. I was concerned about him crying and asked him what was wrong. My oldest son continued to cry and told me that he's tired of my brother getting everything handed to him. He told me that it's hard to pretend to be happy for his brother when he had to work for everything he had.
Mm.
I was taken aback by this and I started to apologize to him. I told him how we couldn't afford a lot of things and we could now, and that we were just trying to give his younger brother things we couldn't afford when we had him. My oldest then asked me why we kept him. Whoa,
Why we kept him at the daddy house or what?
no, no. My oldest asked me why we kept him if we couldn't afford to keep him.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
He then said that
Jeez.
watching his he then said that watching his brother get all the things he wanted as a child hurt. He said that if we couldn't afford him, we should have just given him up for adoption. Okay, that's something else. Okay. I thought he was insinuating the the other age.
It's insinuating what Fresh
Hey,
would do.
I
Take a
didn't.
pill. Take a pill. No, a
Uh,
chill pill I'm talking about.
hearing him say that hurt me like hell. I actually
Eesh.
started crying too because although me and his mother couldn't give him everything we gave his brother, we still tried our best to shower him with our love and support. Hearing him say how he'd rather be adopted hurt me to my core. I tried to apologize again and tried explaining how much his mother and I love him, but he just hung up in my face. This honestly hurt me more. This honestly hurt me more and I tried to call him again multiple times to explain myself, but he just sent me a message saying, I will call you back when I'm ready to talk. Please just stop calling me. I told my wife what our son said to me, and she started to cry as well. A family of cry. She, she tried. The only one that's smiling is a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't spend it on blow. She tried to call him, but I
Yeah, he
stopped her
will.
as I informed her that he didn't want us to talk to him anymore. It's been a week and we haven't talked to our son. And we usually talk every 2 to 3 days. My wife and I have been crying ourselves to sleep lately, and I don't know what to do. So KR, what should they do?
What should they do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. A lot of times people I think it's I understand what he's saying, right? He said he's seeing the younger brother getting what he thought he was, I would say, owed, maybe kind of a, I didn't get it, I wanted to have that. But you gotta put everything in perspective. The reason why you are today who you are is because of you went what you went through. That doesn't mean that the brother who's getting everything will reach the levels you're reaching. And a lot of times people lose that perspective. Like, people will always want to have what the other person has,
Yeah,
but you have to walk your own path. And
that's
I
true.
think I think that's the a lot of people get this mixed up. Where they're looking at someone else, which is this time it's brother, but it could be also your neighbor. I mean, keeping up with the Joneses. That's a way to say. People try to keep up with the Joneses, but they have a different path. And yes, you can do some things, but at the end, he has to process it himself. You cannot help him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, at least.
Yeah, I think that um I agree. And I will just add that a lot of times people forget that there are different situations, right? So there are two different situations. We're talking about a time span of 20 years.
20 years.
It's just like a if you have like a partner, you guys get married maybe at an early age, and then you divorce the partner because he wasn't so let's say the wife divorced the husband because the husband wasn't really at the level that she wanted him to be at that point in time, and he wasn't providing what she thought he had to provide at that point. Fast forward 15 to 20 years later, the man has a new family and can provide everything, and these are all the things that he would have been able to provide. He just needed time to get there. So it's two separate situations, and I understand the child's issue. But the fact that he said, I am tired of my youngest brother continuously getting preferential treatment tells me that this is just the cherry on the top. It's not, it's like the last drop, there are
Mhm.
probably a lot of things that have taken place already that already created the impression that the youngest one is a favorite child. And now with this one, he probably went to college to pay off, or might still be paying off
Still, yeah.
college debt. Um, and it's unfair to him, he might think, but yeah, it's just a matter of.
I think so. So one thing the parents could have done, and now you're telling that part of the story. I mean, I understand it as well. Maybe the kid has gotten a lot of material stuff. What they could have done is also, while creating like a college fund for the one, also put some money aside for the other, so they can give him the money and to pay off part of it, the debt he has. I mean, that helps a little bit. I mean, at the end of the day, the the I think it's a lot of times, and sometimes it's not the youngest kid. Sometimes it's the older kid that gets preferential treatment. That's a problem parents create in general.
Yeah.
And you have to be, as a parent, you have to be very aware of what you say and what you do, because I've seen it happen a lot of times where parents, it's just a little bit, and it's not even, maybe for as a parent it's not that big of a deal, where you give that son maybe a stake, a bigger stake, a lot of times. Maybe it's because he's the older one. And that the younger ones will see it as preferential treatment. They'll be like, oh, come on, man. I want a big stake too as well. So you
Yeah.
gotta be very careful what you do as a parent. So I
Yeah.
think yes, I think you cannot do anything, because that he has to process it himself. But they could have been more aware of their environment and when they are raising the younger kid.
Yeah. Well, guys, of course, let us know what your thoughts and opinions are
Yeah.
about this case. Do you think that the parents handled it correctly? Could they have handled it differently? Please let us know. Before we proceed with the topics, I just want to give like a quick recap of the most popular responses on Reddit. So one person asked, "Did you help with your older son's tuition or student loans?" Another another Reddit account holder answers, "Obviously, just speculation, but given the oldest response to the news, I'm guessing no." Another one said, "He, meaning the older one, was the one they should have been helping. My student loans." So he was the one they should have been helping.
Mm.
"My student loans come with massive interest, and I'm still paying off. You know what would have happened if they had helped even a little at that time? Interest on 10K. That's someone. That's not the son. That's just someone who's
Mhm.
projecting, basically."
Someone
Um,
who votes for Biden. Oh no, no.
yeah. And the last one says, "Why did you keep the college fund a secret for all those years? You could have explained to your eldest when you were
No.
setting it up, like my parents did. You could have helped pay for his dental school. You could have you could have explained that you wanted to make it right for all the times and money you couldn't spend on him because you didn't have them. You
No.
didn't provide info on how you raised them. I wouldn't be surprised you were neglectful and absent parents." I mean, okay, this is
Jeez,
just
absent parent.
speculation.
That's a
Objection, Your
crazy.
Honor.
That's a
Speculation.
crazy speculation right there.
Eh,
Absent parents.
Yes,
Well, if that's being absent, and you become a dentist, I think a lot of people would have had that type of absent parents. Would have
exactly.
loved that.
Hey,
But by the
that's
way, one thing I want to say before you continue,
mm.
you mentioned the part. Oh man, the second one, the second remark you made. There was about, what was it about again?
The someone saying that they should have helped him pay off his student debt, his student loans.
Yes, but they said something else before that. Oh man,
I have college debt with high interest.
the next one.
Mm, I need to look it up. I don't have it.
You don't have it. Oh man.
Massive interest, and I'm still paying off. You know what would have happened if they had helped even a little at that
Oh,
time?
they're keeping it secret. Keeping it secret.
Oh,
I
keeping it
think it's a
secret.
good thing they kept it secret, because then the kid works hard and doesn't know that there is already a path, a road paved for him towards success. I
Yeah.
think that's a good thing. But again, like I said, maybe they should have put some money aside for the other one as well, or bring in a shipment from Colombia. Let's continue.
All right. If I panicked and pressed the wrong buttons. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Double Thought Show. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts and opinions on the Reddit segment, the Reddit story. In today's show, we have like a couple of very fun and interesting topics. We're gonna revisit the topic of BeniHana. As you guys know, the Ben Hart, aka BeniHana, the break dancer, that phenomenon who got viral not for breakdancing, but because her daughter started bashing him for being a bad father despite paying over $1 million in child support. We covered this, I believe, once in one shows, not two, one show, I believe, in the past. Uh, we thought that it was over. It's not. But before we get to that topic and also some speed topics, we need to start with the first topic, which is a very trending topic. Basically, CEO Fresh of the very popular, widely popular platform Fresh and Fit is currently in the spotlight for some. I don't think you can call, I mean, depending who you ask, right? It's baby mama drama. Some people would say that it's
The
already a baby.
fetus drama.
Some people will say
The
that it's
fetus
not.
drama.
Well, some people will say that it's like a baby or a fetus drama because it's alive. And other people might say, no, it's justifiable to remove and it wouldn't be considered punishable under law. We're going to talk about that story as well, as this is a very trending topic. Um, yeah, curious to know again, guys, your thoughts and opinions on the topics we discuss. This is a platform to exchange ideas, so please let us know your thoughts and opinions. Share your share them with us. Share the video as well with your friends, your enemies, and your family. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. A lot of you are starting to subscribe because most people watching aren't subscribed yet. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe and don't forget to like the video so YouTube can push it to more people. With that being said, I guess we need to start with the first one.
Yeah, man, as you already said, Fresh Prince CEO. Fresh Prince CEO, the number two guy at Fresh and Fit, as Myron, the fit part, is the number one. What? Why are you laughing? I'm just trying to build it up. I mean,
Well,
fit.
some people would call him the number three guy. I remember there was a caller there saying that he was
That
number
that dude.
three.
I remember that dude.
Uh,
He went
but
crazy.
if you hear Myron, because one caller called once and said, "Hey, Myron, why are you still, working with Fresh?" And Myron said, first of all, loyalty, and the fact that you think that he's not, let's say, an integral part of the team, doesn't mean that he's not, because
Mhm.
and he gave an example that he financed, so he financed the new studio they built and so on and so forth. So
With a
I just,
brick.
yeah, so that's why I laughed. It's just like that old story.
That's the story because I remember it. The guy said the guy behind the scenes should be the number two because he talks more than Fresh himself, and
Yeah.
that was a crazy call. You guys can search it up on YouTube. But to bring it back, apparently, Fresh got a fit Chinese girl influencer pregnant after going up raw in her.
I mean, that's how it happens usually, right? You just wanted to use that word, right? you just want
Oh man, this is crazy. I mean,
Usually you need to do it raw in order for it to happen.
well, you don't have to. You can, the condom could pop as well.
And then you're doing it raw. Raw doesn't entail.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
That's true. Oh
raw
man.
is,
Hey, but you also not
it
that's
might
not
not
totally
feel it
true.
might not
That's not
feel like
totally
it
true.
might not feel
That's
that way.
let me tell you, that's not totally true because why do you think Drake the great Drake was putting hot sauce up in the condom.
That's true. Actually, that's very true.
You should know that as a lawyer.
That's true. That's true. Well, I shouldn't actually. It's if I would, I should. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, but yeah, so basically, the girl, I think her name is Daisy Chen. She alleges that she's pregnant of Fresh, and she came up with a lot of these recordings, pictures. It seems like a setup to me. This guy was manipulated into shooting up the club, and now he's baby papa, baby. RJ.
Yeah. Well, as you said, it can be that it could be that he's the father. I mean, we don't know that yet, and I don't know whether or not. So we're gonna talk about the text in a bit, I assume. But as a celebrity, that's why I always say, well, not only you don't even need to be a celebrity. If you have something to lose, it's always good to date people who also have something to lose. As much to lose as you, because say what you want about Fresh, but as part of so you might agree or disagree with the content of their platform, but they are hard workers. They do
Yes,
have
they are.
very good and loyal followers. Consistent. They're very consistent in their production, consistent in their results as well. And again, whether you agree with their content or not, they've proven that despite all adversities, they are able to continue to work. Now, that means that just by simply being consistent in life, you increase and making the right moves, you increase the chances of you being successful in life as well. And with success comes visibility. With success comes good attention and bad attention. And
High value man.
that's why you need to
Oh,
move.
how value.
That that's why you need to move smart. And unfortunately, it's always these text messages, right? And sometimes you think to yourself, why do people text? But text messages are so innocent because you start, hey, how are you, where are you, and
No,
so on.
never are. I mean, men sending each other text messages could be innocent, meaning we might not use it in the future, even though these new
Yeah,
people they
they're
will
leaking everything.
they're
Yeah, they're
leaking
leaking.
everything.
Yeah.
With a woman, you already know she's gonna take a picture because she's gonna send it to her friends.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't
Well,
know that.
well,
Yeah.
chances are pretty high she will.
I would say she would take it to her
She's gonna
lawyer.
at least take
But
it. She's at least gonna take it as evidence for maybe in the future.
well, I'm not sure. So she's gonna save it, but
Save
I'm
it, yes,
thinking,
yes.
yeah, 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 and she'll take it to the lawyers before she take it to her friends. I would say,
10
uh,
years ago, he sent me this message where he says,
but right now it's just yeah. But that strategy of leaking it's
it's crazy.
it's just to expose. And I'm of the opinion that something that is so things that are said in private should remain private. That's just what I think. But yeah, what can you tell us about this story, Care? Any
My bad,
more
my bad, my bad. I'm trying to build a case here because I understand. I
against
understand Fresh.
against
Well,
who?
I'm not building a case. I understand Fresh, the situation he's in, because you gotta ask yourself, who is this girl? I mean, let me show you. Let me show you. It's a video of her, big melons. So Fresh was hugged up all in. You can see Miami. She's in Miami doing the fit stuff.
Is she like a fitness influencer or something?
Well, I don't know if she's a fitness influencer, but her name is Daisy Chan Fit.
Fresh and fit.
Daisy Fit. Yeah. As but then I'm gonna steal a joke from Abba and Preach.
Oh my
Abba
bad.
said, Preach said, Fresh got fit pregnant. That one, that one was
Oh,
crazy.
but they
That one
also
was
beefed.
crazy.
They also beefed with them, right? They also beefed with.
Yes, they beef with him. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's here's another one. So she's pretty attractive, but at the same time, you can clearly see that it's a lot of how would you say it's a lot of adjustments, a lot of artificial adjustments to the body and the face. So hey man, it's oh, this is Fresh's brand new baby mother, and
To be
well, to be, who knows? Maybe it's a fake.
allegedly,
Maybe it's a ghost baby. Who knows?
allegedly as well.
Maybe the baby will become a ghost. I don't know. She doesn't want to remove the kid. She doesn't want. What I mean was
It
sometimes
depends who you.
people claim it's your kid and there is no kid.
Okay, that's what you meant. I interpreted you incorrectly. My bad.
Come on, man. I'm not that
Let's
bad of a
continue.
guy. So
No,
this
not
is
that
a.
bad. I have a friend that would disagree, but okay.
Well, maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. Anyway, let's take a look at. Yo, you-
I'll read
oh
it if
man,
you. Should I read it? Do you want me to read it?
yeah, please
All right.
read it. Oh man, oh boy.
So fresh. So fit the Daisy, right? Daisy saying it was a joke.
Nay, that's fresh.
The green.
This is her leak.
Oh, this is her leak. Okay.
Yeah,
And then so the green one is
green
fresh.
one
Is
is no
no,
green
it's
one
her. It's her.
is
Yeah, yeah.
fit. Yeah, it's her.
So she's saying all I'm saying.
Yeah, she's an immigrant, so don't forget
Okay,
that.
okay, okay.
She's fresh off the boat.
Well, okay. Anyway, all I'm saying is you should take the responsibility for what you did. I am a victim in this relationship. I'm carrying your babe. You act like you don't.
Maybe the friend was right.
You act like you don't care and you don't want nothing. And then Fresh is saying also now I'm worried. I have to test other girls, at least four. Other girl, four girls. You're saying you have intimacy with four girls without protection. I hope you have all the money for your children's support. That's a good.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Hey,
She
yo,
does.
not
Hey,
not
the kid.
not child support, children support. You finally admit
Yo,
you are effing trash. I don't have money. Good luck. LOL. You will see. Fresh continues.
this is
You
crazy.
should have a kid with someone you are with love in the same household. It won't be what you expect. Man up. I'm telling you now so you know. The woman responds, I don't expect anything anymore since we are not together. I got pregnant with you when I was in your house and when I was in love. You wanted to have the baby. If you didn't, wow. You didn't
Bust up all up with me.
in
Yo,
me.
this is crazy.
You wouldn't have finished in me with your own. Yeah, anyway, be logic and be a man and don't get pregnant by myself. It's not fair for the baby. What are you saying? We are not together and won't be. Why would that be good for a kid?
Yo, that question is crazy.
It's a gaslighting. Yeah, but I mean,
Yo,
it's a fair question.
why
But
did you
she's
keep
basically saying
busting up on inside of me?
it's
Yo,
like yeah. So why did you keep? Wow. Anyway, she's really
She's very direct.
Yeah.
She's very direct in the communication.
Yeah. Why did you finish anyway? Also, things happen, and yes, feelings change. But bringing a kid into this world without both parents' love is cruel. We both thought you wouldn't get pregnant.
Yo, what the heck? If you keep busting up with a chick,
Yeah.
chances are she might get pregnant. Fresh. I don't know what kind of
Yeah.
math you're on, but
Yeah. So I'm guessing the second thread is the first one, right? So that's the first sequence, and then he proceeds with the second
but
ones.
but not only that, she also recorded.
Recorded.
Yes, audio. They were
Okay.
calling. So this is the fair use, by the way. Why doesn't it play? Oh man, give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh
In
man.
the meantime, it seems as though Fresh is saying, "Hey, I already told you that I won't be in your life.
Yes.
So you can choose to have the children, but then you'd be an only mother." So what he's basically doing, so as a lawyer, you pick up on a couple of things. What he's basically doing is trying to shift the responsibility on her by saying, "Hey, it's your body, your choice, but if you choose to have the baby, then you would need to explain to the baby why the father, that you made the choice, because now he has receipts as well, why you made the choice to go on knowing that there isn't love or a family there." That's one way to put it, but I mean, you can frame it in that way if you want to, but it doesn't absolve you from the parental responsibilities if the child, or at least when the child comes into this world.
If the woman chooses to deliver the child in this world, that's
I mean,
very
is that I
we
mean
be
that
very.
is yeah, I mean that is the woman's, yeah, I mean,
It's the
so I
woman's
understand
choice.
it is the woman's choice. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you there's here's the audio. Can you
You
hear
can
it?
play. Yeah, I can't hear the audio. No,
You cannot hear the audio.
no.
That's crazy.
Yeah, maybe you have it on mute or something.
Let me try this again.
Yeah. So that's to me, then that's a whole debate, right? So it's like my body, my choice. I can do whatever it is with my body, but once the baby is born, it's your baby, your responsibility. And I yeah, I can hear that. So I think that's what Fresh is basically saying. But now the woman is exposing those text messages.
I want to be.
I can hear that. Yeah. And now exposing those messages to basically, yeah, try to damage Fresh's reputation.
Basically, yeah. So this is what she had to say. I'm not gonna share the screen so we don't get flagged. Only the audio.
Right? I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
Yeah.
You're not. They just give you a pill and then it's over. No. No. I'm pregnant. No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good. I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
Stop it. I don't want to sound judgmental,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew that religion would play a major part in this argument without knowing anything. Why do I say that? Because we like to believe that we live in a world where it's like clear, right? So either you're pro-choice or what's the other? Pro-life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just terms. I mean, you can argue about whether those terms are correct or not, but because you're making a choice either way. But the some people will take the pill for men they know aren't able to provide, and when they have a good suitor, they won't take it, and then it will they will say it's religion, it's against my morals, against my principles. It's just, it wouldn't surprise me, and I don't know this lady again, but it wouldn't surprise me if in the past she took it, the pill, a couple of times for people who she might have had a great time with, but then it
But
wasn't really it.
young fam didn't have the money.
Exactly. And now she has someone, and I'm not saying that again. You can start responsible or irresponsible, but maybe she thought as well. So just to give benefit of the doubt in the past, hey, I'm not responsible for, or at least this person cannot pay for me because she is high maintenance. You can see that as well. So she is not able to pay for me. She will also won't be able to pay for the baby. Now I have someone that is able to pay for the baby, and maybe I can get something for myself as well in the process. And so now it's about religion and so on. So a lot of times when we hear religion, we freeze and we don't challenge it. But I think it's good to challenge and acknowledge that some people misuse the word religion when it's convenient to them. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say.
You're not killing. Okay. I want to keep the baby. Okay. Well,
Was that a recording?
Yeah, that's a recording. So basically, they were sending each other messages, audio.
Okay.
Like I said, I just don't want any kids. No. Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Yes.
Whoa, that's a setup.
Yes.
Yo, that's a setup. Yo,
That's why I changed the title.
Yeah.
Was Daisy trying to fish a response from Fresh?
Yeah, she was trying
I'm
to.
gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it again for those who missed it.
No. Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me? Nothing. Well, why did I do anything to you?
I'm gonna send you to the gulag. Imagine what it's crazy that she asked that question. Clearly fishing for a response.
Yeah. So that means that she was already in. I mean, the fact that you're recording the conversation in the first place is already telling me that there's a high probability that you're trying to set him up. And now with that question, before it was published, it was made public. She probably threatened him with it as well. Because it seems to me that come on, KaiR. Seems to me that she was assembling material to use against him.
Well, the story goes that she realized she was pregnant. She contacted him, and right after, or it was either she contacted him and then right away a lawyer to protect her rights.
Of course. What rights?
You don't have a kid yet. Well,
yeah, exactly. What rights? What rights? Yeah. What
right
rights?
away. She's talking about child support. There isn't even a baby.
Yeah. But
what
yeah.
are you talking about? There is no baby yet. There's nothing. You could I'm not wishing this upon her, by the way. But there's 9 months. A lot can happen in the 9 months. We all know there is always a chance of miscarriaging.
Yeah.
You have to bring the baby into the world before you ask for child support. You gotta talk about child support when it's a fetus.
I didn't get that she was asking it now. So she's asking it now. Wow.
No, she's already talking about child support. Who the heck talks about child support when you don't even have a baby yet?
That's true. That's true.
Not trying to defend this guy in any way, but
because I have my opinion on that as well. So just to finish this topic,
yeah,
I think that she is fishing. It's clear that she's trying to get something out of him. But in my opinion, this is what you get. I mean, this is what you get when you're living the fast life, right?
Yep.
So you can't expect with you can expect that you're dealing with women like these, right? I mean, you it's clear when you see that, when you see a picture like that, and maybe she's a dentist, maybe she's I don't know what she is. Maybe
She
she's a
can work
professional.
on my cavity.
So maybe she's a dentist, maybe she's like well accomplished and all those things. I'm just saying that when you're dealing with women like these, you always run the risk of finding yourself in these types of situations. Now, if you're in a relationship with someone that
Yes.
again has something to lose,
Yeah.
has something to lose, and that person decides to have a baby, okay, uh, it wasn't planned, maybe it wasn't even serious, which is the risk you take when you just sleep around for nothing. At least not for nothing, but sleep around without having like a relationship, or that's just a risk. And whatever the woman chooses at that point in time, it's her choice. So you might suggest taking a pill, but it's her choice, and you need to. That's the way the world works. The law says that when the baby is there and it's yours, you need to take care of the baby. It
Yep.
is what it is. But if you're gonna deal with people who have nothing to lose and everything to gain, you'll find yourself in situations like this. Because if I have a good position in Price Waterhouse Cooper, for example, or any reputable company, then I don't want to tarnish my name and my reputation. So I'll have the baby maybe, but I won't go in public. I'll still go to court or threaten to go to court, get my money on the down low, because I know the problem will be solved one way or the other. The law is on my side. So yeah, this is what you
Yes.
get dealing with women like this.
Yes, I do agree with you on that. The problem is the problem I have, and I mean, he got himself in this whole problem, so you have to solve it himself. But sometimes, and this is the age we live in, where people will go first to social media before they solve things internally. Back in the days, I mean, there was no social media, so maybe it's not a fair comparison, but people would choose to solve the thing in house. I mean, we all hear the stories about grandpappy having 10 kids outside of the marriage, but grandmammy stayed with grandpappy, even though he was doing what Fresh was doing. I'm just kidding, but um, so the problem I have here is that she went straight away to social media. Apparently, the recording was a day or two before she went to social media.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
and now she's doing a whole press run.
But I mean,
She,
I
she
mean,
went to she went to Destiny.
she
Destiny's
went to Destiny.
talking about this whole thing.
Wow.
This is like a press run. The baby is already having a press run. The baby's not even more than a fetus.
Yeah.
Imagine when that baby comes out. It's gonna be like a Lion King.
Yeah.
Hold him up in front of the camera.
Do you think you look like Fresh? What's also important
Oh no, it's
to
like this, right? It's like this. What they did,
yeah. No, no, like this. I think
or
like
it's the
this.
other way. Okay.
Yeah. 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 So, but yeah, they say lie with dogs, you get up with fleas, right? So it is what it is.
I'll do it real quick, and then we go to the next topic, which is BeniHana. We had Trippie Red. Maybe you know him. He's a famous rapper, singer who says, I mean, last year he announced he was a dad. And his mama told him to take the DNA test. He took it. And he's not a pappy.
He's not.
He's
He's
not
not.
a pappy. He's not a pappy. So, Fresh, if that baby is too light, I would suggest I would suggest, well, whether or not he's light, take the DNA test. Take the DNA test.
Hey, hey. She's in Miami. They're in Miami. Miami is a wild place. So anyone can be the father.
You act like you know what crazy said you just said?
What?
You give me the dad.
Yeah, anyone can be the dad.
Yo, this is crazy. Yo, I'm gonna continue. I'm not gonna even respond to that. You say I'm talking crazy? What you're saying is even crazy.
Why is it crazy? I'm saying she. What I'm saying is that it
She's
can be
liberated. That's what you're trying to say.
that it can be
She's a
excluded that she
liberated.
had it can be excluded that she had relations with other men as well. So anyone in Miami can be the father of the kid. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's someone that's not in Miami. I don't know how long she.
Oh, you're saying everyone had relationship with.
No, no, I'm saying anyone could have had.
Okay. Let's go to Benny, man. Shout out to Benny. Benny. Let's go to Benny, man. Shout out to Benny. BeniHana got trashed by his own daughter on
Again.
TikTok again and again and again. So what happened was, and I don't know if I don't recall we covering this, but maybe we did very short. Where Benny was basically he's a marketing guy
Yeah, yes.
of origin, and what he did was after dealing with his divorce, he started breakdancing. I think beginning of this year, maybe in February, his daughter made a funny video about her relationship with her dad, saying that the dad wasn't there and basically telling some stories that might put him into a bad spot in a sense. He might look like a deadbeat. And Benny responded to that. I'm not gonna you can check on his YouTube page what his response was. He was very clear about the situation, what was right, what wasn't wrong. He actually liked the video, the initial video, and he's trying to encourage his daughter to become what she's trying to be, which is a screenwriter. Um, well, he's trying
That's
to
a hell of a
encourage her,
script. I'll tell you that.
but
This
what
story.
what he doesn't want is to build her career upon his neck.
No. Yeah.
You don't press on my neck trying to leap for the next level.
Yeah.
But it's a real good script. It sounds like it. She's writing a script right now.
Yeah.
But what is you're trying to say something?
No. I
Okay.
wanted to know actually what his response was. So,
So
was that his response that he wants the daughter to do good, but
well, that's I just summarized it a little bit. I mean,
okay,
he told the story about what was wrong, what wasn't correct, and then she responded on top of that,
Mm.
saying that he wasn't there, and then he showed up with the receipts, pictures.
she showed up with the receipts.
No, he showed up with the
Okay.
He showed up with receipts showing pictures of the kids throughout years. Years. I'm talking about from the time they were young up until they were of age in college, even going
Wow.
to their graduation. She
Wow.
was still claiming he's lying. He wasn't there, he was absent that. And then she then went again to another podcast telling the story again. I mean, she continues saying that he's an absent dad. And then he decided to drop the bomb.
The bomb.
The
Hmm.
bomb.
Sounds interesting. What's the bomb?
So let me share my screen. So what you can see now, he's gonna tell the story of how much money he actually gave, because he said he gave somewhere around 2 million and in total 5 million to the family. And they told that what was said was he's lying. So this is what he had to say about that.
At the conclusion of
Can
the
you hear it?
Yeah.
marriage, so $1.8 million at the start. However, I was $100,000, so I agreed to total that she and why put all this on video for public viewing? Well, because the girls are not talking to me
Fair
right
use,
now.
by the way.
And the only way to deliver information to them is to put it up on video.
So to be clear, the daughters have stopped talking to him. And what he's saying that is that it's a poisoned well. He has daughters and a son. 3 daughters and a son. The son is still talking to him. Surprisingly. The daughters aren't talking to him. Apparently, so what he says is that the mother is telling them stories that are not true. And what he's trying to say is, so they're saying that even the mother sent him a message saying, why are you exaggerating the amounts you have given to the family? So that's why he showed up with the receipts. And that's why he's sharing it to the public, because he cannot contact them. They don't want to talk to him anymore.
Yeah, man.
Now, perhaps the so-called lie that Tori is referring to and that Betsy is referring to
Tori is the daughter, Betsy is the ex-wife.
Okay.
is the approximately $2 million lump sum that Betsy received at the end of the marriage, at the start of the divorce, and the $5 million total that she and the kids received in the ensuing years until each of the kids reached age 22. Now, these were estimates off the top of my head from memory. So I went back and reviewed the numbers, and it turns out that the real numbers are that I agreed to pay Betsy $1.8 million at the conclusion of the marriage, so $1.8 million at the start. However, I was $100,000 short of what I agreed to. More on that in a moment. And Betsy and the kids received a total of $4 million, a little bit more than $4 million, which includes the aforementioned $1.8 million and $618,000 for the kids' college funds and college costs. Below, I link to a PDF of the accounting. This accounting comes directly from a 2016 court case, one of many court battles I was in with Betsy. And anyone is free to dispute this accounting, but I think it's pretty accurate. So Betsy and the kids received a little bit more than $4 million, not the $5 million that I had estimated from memory in the first video. So that's my error. Now, of course, the count.
I think that the average person would say 4 million and 5 million. Dude, it's an error, but you still gave 4 million.
Yeah.
Want to say
I think
something?
no, let's continue with the video. Yeah.
Okay. So this is what he gave. You saw the amount. And you got to ask yourself, the minus 100, what is that exactly? The minus 100.
But I also agreed to just give Betsy essentially all the marital assets. I left the marriage with $0. Well, 3%. That became zero after paying all the lawyers. Now, of course, I agreed to all of this. And I told you, I made literally every mistake in a divorce that a guy can possibly make. I thought giving Betsy $1.8 million at the get-go and leaving myself with nothing would buy peace. Wow, was I wrong? And everyone told me I was absolutely insane to agree to this. But I wanted Betsy to be a stay-at-home mom, as she had been. We agreed that that would be best for the kids. I wanted the kids to have a mom at home when they came home from school. So I didn't want Betsy to have to work while the kids were still young. And I wasn't worried about money. I was confident I could always make back the money. I grew up in Vermont and had kind of a hippie mindset. Money's never been my focus. I just do what I do and enough money just seems to roll in. What I did not count on was Betsy moving from Virginia to Illinois with the kids almost immediately. I couldn't move to Illinois immediately. She sold our house instantly, packed up the kids and left Virginia for Illinois, basically instantly. Yikes. I also did not predict that Betsy would issue subpoenas to all my clients to find out if I might be hiding money and assets from her. In other words, even though I agreed to give her everything, She didn't believe it. She thought there was.
I think it's clear, man. I think that so the word ungrateful comes to mind. And I believe that the mother is poisoning the daughter's minds, and they're very it sounds like they're very emotional about it all, because if you look at it rationally, KR, a payment, if you miss a payment of 100,000, but you at least, if yeah, so no, let me put myself in the shoes of, in this case, the ex-wife. Is the ex if the ex-husband missed paying you 100,000, but you got all the assets and you got over $4 million paid to you because your ex-husband wanted you to stay at home comfortably, and you're still doing it, it tells me enough. It tells me that you are an emotional, immature person who, first and foremost, doesn't understand how blessed you are for having a husband who did all those things, so provided all that financial support. Aside from financial support, the husband has proved that he was in your life. And sometimes you hear some horror stories where ex-husbands where tell their ex-wives, hey, get out my house, you don't get anything, because we have an ironclad prenup that says you're not entitled to anything. Sometimes you get people who receive like a small care package. This lady received basically all the assets and all the money. She was using the money of Benny to pay lawyers instead of spending it on the kids, to pay the lawyers to go and look for more money. And now you're telling, so that's the financial part, and now you're having the parental part, the being a mother part. What should you tell and don't tell your children? Now you're, instead of keeping your beef with your ex-husband separately, you're involving them, trying to trigger them emotionally against, so they can take a stance against a father who seems to be a very good guy and always try to be present in their life. I mean, you're I said immature emotionally. I would also say you're a trash of a mother to do that.
To add to the story, so it gets even crazier. You said she paid the lawyers. She didn't pay the lawyers. He had to pay the lawyers.
He had to pay the lawyers on top of that.
Yes, because I'll tell you this part: the 100,000, he didn't get. He didn't have the money because she basically torpedoed him into financial problems, because when she subpoenaed all those clients, guess what happened? All clients went away.
Of course.
He didn't get the money. He had the 100,000. He couldn't pay the 100,000. He was sent to jail when he went into the court. It's a very interesting story. Guys, go watch it. It's on his website, his YouTube channel, Ben Hart. He tells the story very, very detailed. He went to court
and with receipts, because all the daughter is saying, my dad wasn't here, I didn't get any money, my dad never took care of me, but he's coming with the receipts.
Yes, it's a 50-minute video where he covers the whole story, the whole saga. He went to court. The judge asked him 3 times, when are you going to pay the 100,000? He said, I'm going to pay it as soon as possible, but I have to get the clients. Asked him 3 times. The 4th time, she opened her mouth. She said, get him into the jail. He was sent to jail for 7 days, 8 days. And
trash,
then
trash of a mother, trash of a woman, trash of a human being.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not done yet. He wrote a letter to the judge, trying to resolve the problem as soon as possible. I mean, he's a very good storyteller, by the way. So that's also a part. Very great storytelling. Send the judge a letter. He was able to get out after those eight days. But he was actually sent to the max amount of time, which is 1 year. After sending the judge a letter to come to a resolution, he said, "I'm gonna pay." By the way, he also paid 12,000 a month in alimony. So he had to pay 1,000, which is from that 100,000, and 12,000 a month to the mother for alimony. He came out. The story gets even crazier. He went to the kids. He was still visiting the kids, and he was trying to put his career together again through a platform where he was teaching people marketing. Went to the home. She was recording him. He stole the recording device. She was, it's get even crazy. He was running from police because apparently, well, he took the recording device and then drove away. And well, that's technically stealing.
Yeah.
So she put him as well. She went to the police, told the whole story. He was running from the police, had to come back. It's a crazy story. All this part. I mean, he's very detailed about it. So I don't doubt that he has receipts. He can show probably everything. They were like 10 years in court, and he says what is weird about this whole thing is that last year they all had a family meal together. The wife is married again, lives in a $2 million home with her new husband. So he's like, I don't know where this is coming from. I'm getting torpedoed out here, used as bait for viral videos. He's trying to understand them as well. So yeah, I think this whole story, I do agree with you. The mom is she's poisoning the well. Throughout that whole process, by the way, he still had contact with his son. Sometimes the daughters came out when he was visiting the son. The son was the one who really kept in contact. The daughters would sometimes go with them to places, but not always. You know, kids, when they are teenagers, they don't want to hang out with their parents. So he says, yeah, the son is also staying out of it. He says he doesn't know anything about the whole thing. The dad said, yeah, BeniHana said, basically, I'm not sure because I'm pretty sure he knows everything, but he just doesn't want to get in the middle of it. Yeah, involved. So, yeah, sometimes people are very privileged and they want to become a victim in order to rise to the top. And to me, it seems like this case is it's a very strong case where people basically use victimhood to get to go viral.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Anything you want to add?
There's a lot of things I want to add, but I'm hearing an echo on my side. So just to be on the safe side, maybe you can continue with the topic.
But if you're going to continue echoing, maybe it's better to. I mean, we have still 3
Pause.
spots. Yeah, we can solve the problem, man. Jeez,
Yes.
took a while, but yeah.
Took a while.
So let's close on BeniHana. Benny, good luck with your daughter. Very privileged. I think she's seeking that victimhood, and which she never had in her childhood. And at the end of the day, when you're dealing with people like that, they'll keep trying to victimize themselves just to get the trophy, I think. Let's continue with the speed topics. Hey man, let's go real quick. Preacher's son cheats on youth minister's wife and then pops him.
Who pops who?
The preacher's son.
So
Popped.
Wait. The preacher's son gets cheated on, and then pops
No, the
the
preacher son
cheater.
cheats with the youth minister's wife and
Yeah,
then pops
okay.
him as well.
Wait, are you saying that he does he pop him or does he get popped?
Bruh, I'm thinking
Wait,
it quite
so you're
clearly
saying,
right now.
so you're
So
telling
let
me
me,
so
let me
KR.
read the article for you. Let me read the article. Maybe that will explain everything to you. Let me see if I can find the shortcut with the article tells
Because
the
what you're saying right
story.
now is that the person did something wrong and then did another thing that's worse. Like, and I can't.
Yeah, so we're talking here about Denzel Branch. Denzel Branch is a local youth minister, and um, Joshua Andrews is the son of the preacher. Um, so what is being alleged? A witness stated that the altercation started between Branch and Andrews in the pastor's office and continued outside. The situation escalated and turned physical. They reported that Branch punched Andrews, and in retaliation, Andrews drew a black pew pew and fired at Branch. The confrontation didn't end there. As Branch attempted to flee in a car, Andrews is said to have pursued and continued to put projectiles in Branch until he laid motionless on the road. Andrews later confessed to the police that the argument was rooted in a romantic entanglement involving Branch's ex-wife, with whom Andrews claimed to have been involved since May of 2023. So not only did he popped his wife, I'm gonna stop there because the guy lost his life over tomfoolery, man. This is tomfoolery, man. Throw the keys away. Throw them in a Diddy cell.
I think that the world is a cold, cold place, man.
It's cold, man.
You do something wrong, and then you do something wrong to a man's wife, and then you go and unalive the man, the husband,
Ex-husband.
ex-husband. So they were exes.
So no. Wait a second. So he found out and he divorced her. So
Okay.
she was cheating with the preacher's son Andrews during their marriage. He divorced her. So now they are divorced. They are exes.
Okay.
And now apparently maybe he found out that he was the one who was popping his wife during his
Oh,
marriage.
so okay, so it's not like okay, so they got divorced, something was wrong, they got divorced, and he found out that when they were married.
It seems like it. Yes. So
Okay,
he
yeah,
knew
yeah,
that he was cheating, but probably didn't know with who. And it seems like it was with him. It's
yeah,
crazy. It's crazy.
yeah.
He and by the way, the guy has kids. So I wonder now what the story will be that the kids here. Because technically you could say it's the mom's fault that dad is not here anymore.
Yes,
She
it
brought
is the
another
mom's.
bull she brought another bull in the cage.
On the other hand, KR, as a man, when you find that out, you lost.
Take
So
the
take
L.
the L already. Just move
Take
on.
the L.
Move on. You've
Take
already
the L.
divorced a woman. Doesn't really matter who it is. I mean, I can understand the betrayal that you might feel at that point, but and this is
Take
not
the L.
victim blaming, but it's just like there's always two sides, right? The one side, on the one side, it's clear that the man, the youth, the the preacher's son did something wrong by having an affair with a married woman. And you can also say the same breath that the ex-husband could have just said, you know what is what it is. I'm just leaving and gonna start my own church with my own crowd fund of GoFundMe and never mind this whole thing.
I'll ask you a question. Then we go to the next topic. Do you
Hmm.
trust someone with a color in their beard?
Do I trust someone with a color in their beard?
Yes, like a stripe or different stripes, like a tiger.
I don't know, man. I've never thought about not trusting someone with a color in their beard.
So this is the preacher's son. You see the color?
Uh, well,
Come on. I don't trust people with colors in their beards, man. Might as well put a maybe maybe it's me. I think it's me. I guess it's me. My bad. My bad. I'm discriminating against people with multiple colors in their beard. And I don't mind having like I don't know, my you naturally become gray. But if you start doing this shit, oh man, it's already 110 talking about shit.
yeah.
Anyway, it's done. It's done. I hope they throw the keys away, man. That's that's definitely a piece of shit if you
Mm,
do this kind of stuff.
yeah.
Hey, wife migrant influencer complains she can't see him anymore. We talked about Lionel Moreno.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He got locked up.
He did. We talked about it
They
last time.
threw away the key. They threw away the key. They're sending him back to Venezuela. He'll be swimming back to America. Anyway, the wife is complaining because she cannot see him. She hasn't been able to see him since he's been locked up. I guess he's locked up for real, for real. Hey,
I think that being married to a celebrity can feel lonely at times.
yo, yo, celebrity. He calls him a celebrity immigrant, an immigrant influencer, celebrity
Yeah.
immigrant.
You know what it is, KR? There's the whole immigrant discussion, whether it should or shouldn't. You have asylum, people fleeing for their lives. So it's very complex situation. It's a very complex discussion. And I think that no one has an issue with people coming in as long as it's through the
Yes.
road. Now, if the if the if you
The
come in
person.
illegal
Yeah.
and then you go on social media and tell people we
The more
have the loophole, we found the loophole, you can just break into someone's house, as long as the person is not living there, set up there, and no one can take you out because there are laws that can protect us. We found a loophole, and the video goes viral, then they have to jail you.
you have to. This dude was
You
talking.
need to be uh, yeah, it's but it just goes to show you the level of disrespect someone has for your country to go live without covering his face and try to become a influencer in helping illegal immigrants settle in the United States.
Not only in the United States, in your grandmother's home.
In your grandmother's home, yeah.
By the way, you can say it's a disrespect. It's every story has two sides. It's first of all disrespect, but it's also stupid from his side. I
The
think
one doesn't
that's all.
include the other for sure. Yeah. No, man. All right. Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Whatever your thoughts are, let us know in the comment section below. Rate the video by pressing the like button. Share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. It's been a pleasure to serve you once more. And we see each other in the next one. Until next time. Peace,
Hasta la vista.
baby.